What is going on, Headline Nation? Jake, Fantasy Headlines. Hopefully everybody's doing well out there today. Where, yes, I'm still in Arizona. It's still hot, and I still have a fan about 4 feet from my face, so I keep myself from sweating profusely here on camera. But that doesn't mean that the grind stops. Even though the vacation is almost over, I still have videos to record. And today, we're talking about the top 25 overall running backs in fantasy football here for 2022. Now, it's still early. It's June. Things are going to change over the coming weeks and coming months, so that's why we need to establish this good baseline of rankings right now so that we have something to work off here in the coming weeks and coming months. So by the time your fantasy drafts come around mid to late August, you have the best rankings possible to knock it out of the park here in 2022. But I gotta be honest, I'm feeling generous, right? My vacation is almost over. I want to give something away, so I have a challenge for you, Headliner Nation. This video, if it can get 1,000 likes, I'm going to give away a signed Jonathan Taylor jersey to somebody down below in the comment section. Thank you to our friends from Pristine Auction. Do me a favor. If you like all these continuous giveaways, head over to pristineauction.com. Sign up for a new account. It doesn't cost you anything. Use the referral code Headliners. They'll send you a $10 off coupon off your first purchase, and you are set up to go to start building your collection. But like I said, I have a signed Jonathan Taylor jersey that I will give away in this video if you get us to 1,000 likes right now. So do us a favor, hit that like button, leave that comment below. I'll be selecting a random winner once we hit that like goal. Looking forward to doing that, but we're not wasting any more time. Let's get right in to the top 25 running backs here in 2022. Now for these rankings, I'm going to also have the current consensus ranking for these players as well. That way you can see maybe where I differ a little bit from the consensus. So starting right off here, number one, not really a surprise. It's still going to be Jonathan Taylor. However, Derrick Henry is here at number 2, and really, he's not that far behind. I am not off the Derrick Henry bandwagon whatsoever. Followed up number 3, Dalvin Cook. I have him a couple spots higher. The volume's still going to be there in an offense that I do like in Minnesota. Number 4 is where we're going to find Austin Eckler, not too far there behind the consensus. And then Joe Mixon, I do have 2 spots higher. I love what they did with the offensive line in Cincinnati. And now Joe Mixon arguably has the best O-line he's ever had to run behind. Number 6, Christian McCaffrey. Yes, I do have him a few spots lower. Am I totally just going to say I'm not going to draft this guy? No, because when he plays, he helps win your matchups, and he's averaging like 20 points a game. I'm just not willing to risk that top 4 or 5 pick in order to get him anymore. Number 7, Najee Harris. Reports are coming out that dude has bulked up and gained like 20 pounds this offseason. If he can go out there and turn into like a Derrick Henry light with his pass catching upside, good Lord, Najee Harris could climb up these rankings here very quickly. Number 8, Nick Chubb, right there with consensus. I'm not overly high on Nick Chubb this year. I still love him inside my top 10, but I'm not pushing him up inside the top 5 with a different style of offense right now in Cleveland. Number 9, Alvin Kamara. Got him 1 spot higher than the consensus, but honestly, I'm really waiting to see if anything happens with his off-the-field assault charge this offseason before I move him any higher. If he's good to go, 100%, and will not miss any games here in 2022, Alvin Kamara will once again be up inside the top 5. Number 10, DeAndre Swift, Detroit Lions. I think DeAndre Swift has an opportunity to really benefit from the overall improved offense in Detroit, right? They have a lot of playmakers on the outside. The boxes won't be stacked, and we know Jared Goff could check down to him a time or two. Very explosive running back. Number 11, Leonard Fournette, playoff Lenny, regular season Lenny, whatever kind of Lenny you want to call him in Tampa Bay. Going to get a ton of scoring opportunities and get some opportunities to catch some balls out of the backfield from Tom Brady. Don't hate that whatsoever. Got him at 11. 12, Aaron Jones. This could be all about volume, right? Sure, A.J. Dillon is still there, and he's still going to get some touches, but Aaron Jones is going to be the big playmaker in that backfield. Got him at 12. 13 is where I have James Conner, only 1 spot higher than the consensus, but we really saw James Conner kind of step up in this offense and take over at times last year when they were dealing with injuries. Well, to start the season this year, no DeAndre Hopkins. Do we see more James Conner? Got him at 13. 14 is my first big discrepancy to the consensus, and it's Damian Harris. I talked about him in my overall rankings a few days ago. I have him at 14th overall, where consensus has him as running back 26. Sure, I hear the arguments out there about, who's going to be the offensive coordinator for New England? What about Ramondre Stevenson? That's cool and all, but they really don't extend running backs very often in New England, and I can see them running Damian Harris into the ground this year, and then maybe parting ways with him after the season, which means we can see a whole lot of opportunities, and sure, maybe not as many touchdowns as 2021, but still plenty of scoring opportunities to finish inside the top 20. I got him at number 14. 15, Javonte Williams. Love Javonte Williams. Had him inside my top 8 at the start of the offseason. Then they re-signed Melvin Gordon. This is still going to be Javonte Williams' backfield. However, Melvin Gordon is still going to be a guy that takes right around 10 touches a game or so away from Javonte Williams. That's going to lower his ceiling, and I got him down at 15. 16 is going to be Elijah Mitchell, then of the San Francisco 49ers, a few spots higher than the consensus as well. A lot of people want to look at Elijah Mitchell and kind of just forget about the guy. Look what they did with him in that offense when he was healthy. It didn't matter if it was Jimmy G. It didn't matter if it was Trey Lance. The guy was getting 20 touches a week when he was healthy, and right now, the lead guy on the depth chart got Elijah Mitchell at 16. 17, Josh Jacobs, a few spots higher than the consensus, and as much as I would like to say this guy's going to get a great opportunity in the pass-catching game, I really don't see that. The reason I'm bumping him up a few spots is because he could see a few more scoring opportunities than he's really had the opportunity to get in the past. I still like Josh Jacobs, got him at 17. Down to 18, Saquon Barkley, a few spots lower than the consensus. I'm not going to say that Saquon Barkley couldn't be a solid low-end running back 2 for your fantasy team. I just can't take that risk in taking him that early in an offense that is really unproven despite having a ton of weapons, plus new coaching staff. Who's playing quarterback? Don't really believe in Daniel Dimes. Saquon Barkley struggling to stay on the field. He's dropped all the way down to 18. 19, David Montgomery. Going to be one of the only pieces in that Chicago Bears offense for Justin Fields. Also have Darnell Mooney and Cole Kmet, but David Montgomery should be the lead guy in that backfield and could get upwards of 250 touches this season. Number 20 will be the lowest I've probably ever ranked Ezekiel Elliott, but it's another one of those guys that I just don't want you to forget about. Don't just write him off because of what he did last year. Remember, this is still a guy that can put up solid fantasy numbers. Is he the top 5 guy that he was a few years ago? No, but could he be a solid low-end running back 2 for your team still? If you decide to go with a wide receiver early, abso-freaking-lutely he could, and he could definitely go out there and still see an upwards of 225, 250 total touches, even with Tony Pollard in the mix. So I got Zeke Elliott at number 20. Which will take us to 21, which is Cordarrelle Patterson, Atlanta Falcons. Another big discrepancy here for me. I have him 15 spots higher than the consensus. And no, it's not just because of last season. They brought this guy back for a reason. And is he going to have the same role 100% of the time this year that we saw last year? No, because it's not going to catch opposing defenses off guard anymore. However, he's going to be a reliable option in an offense that could see some struggling from the quarterback at times. He's going to be a solid check down opportunity. He could get some goal line carries, and we could see him playing in the slot a little bit as well. I got him sitting right here at 21. 22, Cam Akers, a few spots lower. And I've mentioned this numerous times throughout the offseason. I do not hate Cam Akers. I just need to see him closer to 100% health this offseason before I put him any higher. Sure, he got a ton of volume to end 2021, but it didn't look great on the field. He really put up any kind of numbers just due to the volume he got, but he wasn't efficient at all and just didn't look as quick. That's to be understood, right? The guy was coming off of a torn Achilles. I need to see him healthier, though, before I put him any higher in my rankings. So now as we round out our top 25 overall, this is where I need to put in my hidden hashtag that you guys need to leave down below in the comment section. I want to see who's listening all the way through these videos, and I'm going to give a random winner a free 2022 draft guide, but you got to leave this comment down below. Leave me hashtag them ball carriers. Leave that down below in the comment section. I'll pick a random winner for a free draft guide. Now on to 23. It's going to be Antonio Gibson of the Washington Commandos here this year. Now, I have him a few spots lower, and honestly, he's currently kind of trending down my rankings. He's still somebody that can see right around 900 yards on the ground, maybe 5 to 8 touchdowns. So he's not going to be horrible, but with Brian Robinson in the mix, J.D. McKissick in the mix, and Ron Rivera really not wanting to commit to anybody, that's really going to hurt the potential upside of Antonio Gibson. Got him at 23. 24, that a dinner bell? Hold on. That'll take us down to 24 then. Breece Hall, New York Jets. And as much as I love Breece Hall, I also really like Michael Carter in this backfield, right? He's still a guy that's going to be around and getting volume. Breece Hall isn't going to be Jonathan Taylor, where he's going to go out and get 300 plus touches in this offense. Even though the Jets are going to be improved, they're still improving and they haven't quite arrived just yet. A lot to be proven in New York, but Breece Hall could definitely get enough volume to finish as a low-end running back 2. Got him at 24. And then 25, J.K. Dobbins of the Baltimore Ravens, who I have a few spots lower than the consensus, but I love J.K. Dobbins. What I don't love is that the Ravens continue to add running backs to this backfield, and honestly, we really haven't seen J.K. Dobbins at 100% yet this offseason after missing almost all of last season with a torn ACL. I need to see him back. I need to see him healthy before he goes any higher. If he is 100% healthy and they can commit to him in this backfield, though, he could definitely finish inside the top 12 in 2022, and it wouldn't surprise me one bit. But this is why rankings are fun, right? It's my opinion, it's my perception on these players. You may have a differing perception, and that is cool. When we come together as a community and really talk about all these players, that's where we come up with the best possible rankings, and we all reap the rewards from it. So do me a favor, leave those comments down below. Let me know how you see your top 25 overall running back rankings here for 2022 fantasy football. Also, don't forget to leave that hidden hashtag comment that I had in the middle of the video for a free draft guide. And then lastly, we're giving away the signed Jonathan Taylor jersey. Don't miss out on that. The video needs to get 1,000 likes. You need to head over to pristineauction.com, sign up for that free account, and then use the promo code Headliners when you do so. Looking forward to giving that jersey away as soon as this video hits 1,000 likes. So hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. I should be back in North Carolina shortly, and that's when all the bomb fire content's gonna be nothing but straight fires in the coming up weeks. So make sure you stay tuned, hit that subscribe button, and we'll talk to you later.